9:08, welcome back, Daily Show. Top of the hour news hitting you now on this Wednesday. We got a good one. Will Levi is going to join us in a couple of minutes. Guitar lessons and opportunities for really all experiences, beginners, hitting you right here at the Teller Room, formerly known as the iMerge, formerly known as the RiverBender Community Center. We'll get all the details on that and so much more. 10:10, Lacy McDonald joins us and takes us back 100 years. Then at 10:35, Tina and company joins us from Mustache March from PD, their big event coming up in just a couple of weeks. We'll get all the details on that and so much more. Great event and really goes towards so much good in the region to local police departments and really helps them. And we'll get all the details. In the meantime, here's what you need to know. Sorry for the delay. I was helping upstairs and, lost track of time. Top of the hour news now. Here's what we're following around the Riverbend today. Make sure you download that app. Sign up for the daily email update, and you'll never miss out and stay up to date. The Major Case Squad of Greater St. Louis was activated Tuesday morning in Carlisle after police conducted a welfare check and found a woman deceased at a home. Carlisle officers called around 8:10 a.m. at a residence in the 2100th block of Fairfax Street in Clinton County. Authorities said the 41-year-old woman was pronounced deceased at the scene. The squad activated at about 10 a.m. at the request of Carlisle Police Chief Herzing. Deputy Chief Scott Adam is serving as deputy commander, and 26 squad members currently investigating. We'll have more updates for you when more details from that investigation do roll out to us here at RiverBender.com. Also in the news today, Jared Rhodes, a Center of Creative Arts voice student and Muni Kids performer, is being remembered as a bright light for his talent and spirit in theater and music. The 15-year-old Belleville East High School student died after he was found with a gunshot wound on February the 27th. Belleville police say preliminary findings indicate the incident does not appear to be intentional, and no suspects are being sought as the investigation continues. The Muni does say that Rhodes performed in Les Miserables and The Little Mermaid, Come From Away, along with Frozen, and the COCA instructor, Dr. Phil Woodmore, praised his voice and joyful presence. A full profile on the impact that Jared made in the community available at RiverBender.com/news. Also, in area news today, the Woods River Police Department has welcomed a new officer to its ranks. Joel Woodruff was sworn in as probationary police officer during the March 2nd Woods River City Council meeting with City Clerk Danielle Sneed administering the oath of office. Mayor Stalkup congratulated Woodruff and said he has full confidence he will be a great officer for the city. The department later highlighted his prior experience as a telecommunicator and said he will begin police academy training in the coming weeks. After successfully completing the academy, Woodruff is expected to return for field training before officially going on patrol for the department. A full write-up available at RiverBender.com/news. On March 4th, Maryville Mayor Wayne White helped celebrate National Chili Day, and he did it by serving as the judge at Cambridge House of Maryville's Chili Cook-Off. How neat. The event featured 9 chili entries and was described by employees as a lot of fun. With plenty of food for both residents and staff, the Cambridge House spokesperson Angie Hillis said the celebration was well received and praised Mayor White for his judging abilities. Organizers called the cook-off a big success, highlighting the strong participation and upbeat atmosphere throughout the day. The competition winner was a Cambridge House cook, identified only as Aaron. Congratulations on winning the cook-off. Also in the news today, Alton High School student journalists and artists are celebrating major recognition from the Southern Illinois Scholastic Press Association. On February the 25th, staff from the yearbook, The Tatler, and the newspaper, The Redbird Word, competed at Southern Illinois University Carbondale and brought home numerous awards. The Tatler earned Golden Dozen honors and multiple first-place finishes, while students won for headlines, photos, cartoons, and spreads. Redbird Word captured the Blue Banner Awards for print and website, plus top prizes in writing, layout, and multimedia. Advisors Bridget Heck and April Gray said the team is now preparing for the regional journalism competition. Congratulations to all those students on a more than well-deserved recognition. Also, in area of student excellence, Izzy Wade is being recognized as Father McGivney Catholic High School Student of the Month for her leadership and academic excellence. A senior, Wade is a member of National Honor Society, balancing strong grades with extensive community service and a commitment to giving back. She has remained on honor roll and high honor roll throughout high school, and as of March the 4th, she's been named an Illinois State Scholar, placing her among the top students in her class. She's also earned an academic letter. Wade also serves on the Glennon Guild Junior Board and is a House leader, advocating for her peers. She plans to attend USC to study business administration. A full write-up available, RiverBender.com/news. In local sports, Edwardsville High School girls bowling team will be represented by two qualifiers. At the bowling sectional this month, senior Vivian Panico and junior Alexandra Hill earned their spots by battling through the regional. Hill placed 10th with 856 total pins. Panico finished 4th with 985 to advance. The sectional was set for February the 14th, and both are, I believe there's a typo in that right up here, and both athletes were named Spencer Holmes Female Athletes of the Month for EHS. You can see a full write-up available at RiverBender.com. My apologies for that little bit of confusion in that write-up. We'll get that clarified for you when the next top of the hour news rolls around the corner. The big one that all of you guys watched last night was the Alton High and Edwardsville Tigers basketball game, and man, that one ended in a storybook finish almost. The Alton-Edwardsville boys basketball trilogy ended with a bang Tuesday night. Brad Piros, the sports reporter for us, has this one. Both teams won the away game during the 2025-26 season, and the teams having some prior postseason bad blood. The Tigers and Redbirds were set to run it back in the sectional semifinal. The game was moved by the IHSA to a closer neutral site, being Mascoutah, and an estimated 1,200 or so fans were in attendance and got their money's worth. An overtime barn burner where Edwardsville prevailed 52-51. You can see a video with all the highlights as Alton's season ends at 21-12, and the Tigers are now winning 10 straight and improved to 24-7 on the year as they continue their march into the postseason. You can see a full write-up and that highlight video again at riverbender.com/sports. Let's take a look at weather. 48 degrees in downtown Alton, and it feels like, well, it actually kind of feels like spring. Feels like 52. Today periods of rain and a thunderstorm, and tonight cloudy with a couple of showers. However, a heavy thunderstorm on the horizon this evening. Be careful for that, as storms can bring some hail and some damaging wind gusts, and they're also calling for the chance of tornadoes. Right now, air quality at 51 overall. That's moderate, and the mold count's low at 48.75. Stay mindful of that. Today, temperatures reach 57 degrees and drop down to 51 overnight as they head into Thursday. On Thursday, more chance of thunderstorms, 60% chance of those. The thunderstorms, primarily in the morning, you'll see them in spots. Otherwise, it will remain cloudy and warmer. Humidity will be up. And then Thursday night, a chance of a thunderstorm later on as we head into Friday. On Friday, the chance of rain is there. Not as significant, though, as it was the prior couple of days we've been experiencing. A high of 80 on Friday, a low of 54. However, just be mindful that it's going to be deceiving. It'll be 80 degrees outside, and it'll feel like it's in its mid-60s with the rain and the breeze coming in. Now, Friday night is really where that thunderstorm chance picks up as we head into Saturday. They're calling for drenching thunderstorms late Friday night, and those thunderstorms could bring some damaging winds and some hail. Be careful of that. On Saturday, a high of 62, a low of 36, and then on Sunday, a high of 67, a low of 48. That's a look at your next 5 days. Now, with that being said, with all the rain coming in and all the storms coming in, we have made it into this time of the year, and that means that shingles and siding and all that fun stuff come back into play. Those things you didn't have to worry about in the winter because you don't have to worry about the rain too much. Here it comes again. And you need somebody that's trusted and does this right. You know, Michael Ryan Exteriors, they're roofing professionals. They handle it all from roofing, siding, gutters, and repairs for Metro East homeowners. They power RiverBender.com weather now, and they can get you powered back up in your home feeling confident as you head into summer. You know, you need to get on the books now for all those projects, whether it's roofing, whether it's you need to get your siding taken care of, all of those important things that really set off the tone for a great, great summer when that weather starts to warm up and you can really experience your home to its full potential. Get it done right by the best, and that's Michael Ryan Exteriors, now powering RiverBender.com weather as it's 48 degrees. It feels like 42 out there. For all those needs, just download RiverBender.com, and you can get the push notifications, the breaking weather alerts, and you can stay up to date that way or through our daily email update. We'll take a quick break. Before I do, hey, let me fill you in on our friends over at King Air Conditioning, celebrating over 50 years. You know, right now they're giving you 60 months at 0% financing on full system installs. That's a hell of a deal. This is for qualifying customers, and it ends May 31st. You got some time, but it's time to protect your home, too. That's what they're all about at King Air Conditioning and Heating. And they're giving away a free smoke and carbon monoxide alarm and water leak detector with a purchase of an Evolution or preferred system. That runs until the end of the month, plus $15 off early bird cleans and checks. That offer runs until April the 30th. It's all about really giving you an incentive to shop local and work with the service experts that do it right. That's 60-month 0% financing on full system installs. That runs until May, like I said. But really, listen to this rebate option, up to $675 in Bryant Flex rebates for select equipment. That runs until May 31st, too. And remember that a percentage of every install goes back to a local charity at King Air Conditioning. You can learn more at kingairconheating.com. That's King Air, C-O-N-D heating.com, or just call 618-466-7574. That's 618-466-7574. Quick break. Daily Show continues. Let's take a look at downtown Alton. Looks like spring out there, or Seattle. You be the judge of that.
We help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu. When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Welcome back, Daily Show. 9:23 is the time on this Wednesday morning. And with Will, how are you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing, CJ?
Well, this is cool. You know, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I thought you were doing this tomorrow, so I'm glad we got time.
I am too. I'm not 100% prepared for tomorrow.
Well, this is really cool. You're offering the total beginner's guide to guitar, no experience needed.
Nope.
And we were talking about this. What a great opportunity, because, you know, there's so many, you know, people out there that get the guitar as a gift for Christmas, or, you know, they've had it just forever, and, you know, they just never learned the right way, or they got the CD, you know, that played it, didn't connect with them. But to really learn from someone who's done this like yourself for a long time in various, you know, backgrounds and genres and different scenarios too, whether it's with a group or by yourself, acoustic, what a great way to learn.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a way that I wish I would have learned, and I don't want to speak for every guitar player, but perhaps having somebody there, it's like, hey, I've been playing for a long time. You can come learn this for 2 hours, and I think it's like $30 plus tax for 2 hours. Just bring a guitar, and you're going to learn pretty much everything you need to learn to like build rhythm. What are some fundamental chords? What the heck are these strings and all the parts of the guitar? How do I clean it, maintenance it, and change the strings? And so everything that you would want to know while you're at home playing guitar, you're going to learn here.
I like it. Well, and I also like the fact too, like even for me as somebody who has no experience, like I can make a spoon sound out of tune, you know, but I, you know, like even, you know, the device type of thing, like tuning it, you know, what device do you use? Just because I Google it doesn't mean I'm going to find the best thing, or, you know, is this even the right guitar if I want to, you know, upgrade, or if I want to, you know, start evolving in it.
Sure.
And no better really just to learn from somebody who's done it already and trial and error.
Well, I can't think of anyone else or any organization that's doing something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, they're, you know, Brent from Porsche goes to guitar workshops, and that's kind of where I got the idea, because he was the only person that's playing an instrument that's like, hey, I went to this workshop and I enjoy going to these workshops and I get a lot out of them. And I was like, well, that's kind of a intermediate to advanced level. Who the heck is doing anything for the beginner guys?
Yeah. That's true. Well, and how intimidating is that to be a beginner and try to, if that's the only thing there,
right,
to try to go and at least try to get something out of that because of that gap there.
Yeah. And there are other options, you know, for people who are wanting to do lessons. There are a ton of music stores or individuals who are, you know, teaching from their basement or what have you. I mean, heck, or the Tried and True Guitar Center even.
Yeah.
You know, but again, in our area, it's not like a lot of prominent guitar teachers.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's got their guy. I think like guitar teachers or music teachers are kind of like tax people. They're like, I got my guy.
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
That's
So
that's true. Well, and I think it's just really good to bring a community together out of this too, because, you know, there's so many, you know, great musicians already. I feel like not in just Alton, but the area, but also, provide that foundation for hopefully the next generation of them too, or,
Fingers crossed.
I just think it's really cool to bring that together. So how long does this last, and what's it going to be kind of structured around? Do you have a format for it yet?
So I'm still working on the format. I've got a rough draft of it. My process is usually like you have a rough draft, and then you're going to edit the heck out of it until you get the final project. And that's kind of where I'm at. So format, you're going to come in and you're going to learn about what the heck it is that you're holding and you want to play. What are the parts of it, what it should sound like, and essentially what the key aspects that you're going to want, the tools that you're going to want. What is rhythm? What are chords? What's this hand doing versus what that hand's doing, and how do you get them to work together, and what's kind of the easiest way, or at least the most fluent way that you can do that as somebody who may have never picked this thing up before, or maybe you did and you're just fumbling around with it.
Well, and we're showing you now. You can go to the Eventbrite section. It's Total Beginner's Guide to Guitar. We'll link that. You can get tickets now for Sunday, April the 19th, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And I really like the fact that you're going through and really just breaking it down because, I mean, that's like a foreign language to me. I don't connect with it at all. And, it I think is just a great opportunity. I think everyone should learn how to play an instrument, and I think it does so much. I don't know. I can't speak from experience, but everyone I talk to that plays any instrument, whether it's for public consumption or just, at home, it really is an escape for them.
It really is. It's another language to express what's going on in your heart and soul. I can't tell you how many times I've had to turn to music, probably, dozens, if not hundreds of times. I've turned to music when I'm feeling a kind of way and got something positive out of it.
Fantastic. Well, I can only imagine. Now, are you going to do this? Is it just you that it's going to be in the class leading it? Is there going to be some folks there to help? How's that going to break down?
Right now, it's just me. I think I might have Jason there for any technical difficulties.
Nice. That's how you do it.
Extra pair of hands, just in case. So right now, since it's the first one, nobody knows what this looks like. So I have to kind of show everybody and those who like it and maybe want to help with the next go, because there's going to be an intermediate and an advanced one in the future. I'm just kind of getting everything laid out. Yeah. But if whoever likes it, it resonates with, they want to help out with the next one, we'll see what we can do and how we can do that. Because I know eventually I'm going to want to have some kind of, I don't even know what it looks like, but some kind of partnership where I can get used amps. Stuff like that. Used amps.
Totally.
Because you can bring an acoustic guitar.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to have a guitar. So you either bring an acoustic guitar or you bring an electric guitar. If you have an electric guitar, I highly recommend you bring an amplifier, your own amplifier. Because, again, first year, I'm limited on pretty much everything except for the knowledge.
Yeah.
So you guys got to provide your own guitar and amp if it's an electric guitar. But eventually, as this goes on, I'd like to find some kind of avenue to where some kind generous soul, or maybe I win the lottery and I can get a bunch of these excess resources that people just have to bring minimal stuff and just show up, and I've got everything.
When I think that you got a good space for this too, and and it's the teller room or the Riverbender building, whatever you want to, it's going to be in the foyer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll do this. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, chat it up a little bit more about this. This is awesome. Total Beginner's Guide to Guitar. No experience needed, and none of those damn stupid CDs that came with those, the Keith Urban guitars of the world. This is real knowledge.
Yeah, you might get some pamphlets sent home, but no CDs, no workbooks, nothing like that.
Quick break. We'll be right back.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu. When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome back, Daily Show, 9:33. A little bit of change on this Wednesday morning, 4th day of March. Back in with Will Levi. I love this idea of really what you're creating, because now it's going to be April the 19th, the first one. Are you going to plan on doing these, every couple of months if it goes well? Do you have an idea of that yet?
I've been toying with that scheduling, and I think I'd like to have 3 a year.
Okay.
Once a beginner, once for intermediate, or once for advanced. Maybe even twice, of just break it up to like beginner and then like intermediate, advanced. I'm not really sure what that formula looks like, but yeah. I do plan on having multiple a year. And I might start it off with doing 2 beginner ones for a year, because you know how things are. The first one kicks off, not everybody hears about it. You got to get a lot of foot traction and word of mouth.
Yeah.
And then the second or third, whatever event, might do a lot better. So it might be one of those things before I develop an intermediate or advanced curriculum, because that takes time too.
Well, for sure. And I really do. And now it's any age range, or what's that look like for you?
Ideally 12 and up. If they're like 11, 10, 9 years old, as long as they can understand numbers, they can pay attention. That's a big thing.
It's the passion's got to be there type of thing.
I should caveat that if you do have somebody that's under 18, I highly recommend an adult or a parent, a guardian, accompany them. You don't have to. The parent doesn't get charged.
Okay.
Sorry, I can English today.
I barely do, and I host the damn show.
I get it. But I won't, no parents or guardians will get charged for accompanying a minor if the minor is the one that wants to do the class.
Fantastic. And just for all of you guys out there that are falling in that situation, there's a lot of places to kind of, even if you don't want to be right there in the act, you can sit off to the side. There's, different spots where you can be, and, all that good stuff too.
I won't call you out if you sit in the back. It's okay. I know everybody does it.
I love it. Before we let you go, how's everything going with Porch Cafe and all your musical ventures too? Because Porch is, one of the mainstays, but you're also performing and playing where you see fit.
So Porch is doing really well. I've got a couple things. I'll try to keep them loose. I know you've got a schedule. You got to go. So essentially, to tie up the musical education aspect, I'm building a studio for private lessons. And as I was telling you on the break, the goal there is that you can either come and do a one-time lesson with me for a seminar. If you like it, sign up, and then we'll keep going and get you rocking out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can just keep doing seminars or independent lessons. But yeah, I am going to be giving lessons at a studio. I'm renovating probably in 2 weeks.
That's fantastic.
As for the performance stuff, been doing some solo stuff, been writing and recording a lot of my own stuff. I'll be releasing a couple more songs this year. And then for Porch Cafe, we're doing 2 exciting things. We've got our Porch Heart tribute, or music by heart, music from heart, and we're doing our kickoff show at the conservatory here in Alton on March 14th. It's a Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. and it's the music by heart. I think we'll kick it off with some other classic rock, like rockin' high energy songs you're gonna know that's not heart, but then we'll flow into like an hour and a half or more of just heart, music by heart from all of the generations.
And man, that's the night of the pub crawl, isn't it? I believe.
I don't know.
I think so. I think that's St. Patrick's Day pub crawl territory. That's a good night.
That'll be
a great night.
If you're out and about, come to the conservatory March 14th, 7 to 9 for all heart music.
How's the porch talks going?
Porchcast is going well. Yeah,
damn it.
It's okay. It's all good. Porchcast, that's going well. We are lining up. It's a 10 episode limited podcast series. And the idea is to bring on local musicians because Alton Godfrey, the whole area is just littered with a bunch of talented musicians that may or may not have any exposure or voice. So in short, we're trying to give those people a platform where we can check them out because not every little guy's got great quality marketing or really any. So.
Well, and to be honest, whenever you're just passionate about your medium, the last thing you think about is the business side of things. I'm sure, just like, this, hell, I never, I don't even think about that for how to promote the show. And I think it's great that your guys are given a platform there and really getting to explore, the people behind the music too. And I think that's what's more important, I think, too.
Well, also, it's important that us as musicians, and anyone who's a musician that's listening, it's important for us to really support each other, especially in a smaller community. We don't live in New York City or Austin or anything like that. Heck, we're barely in St. Louis, so there's not a lot of room for competition and trying to think like, well, I'm better than them or they're not as whatever, because that can happen in an art form. For sure. That happens in every competitive field, and Porchcast particularly, we want to try to uplift our fellow musicians because we're all in this crazy gig economy together. And, if we all, I always mess up this phrase, but it's like all ships in the harbor float or sink together. And that's the, when you're living in a small town like that, that's true, I think. When
you got to live to be the tide, brother, and that's what you're doing, and I think it's great. And going back into this, you guys can start out, if you're a total beginner, it's your guide to guitar with Will over here, and this is where you don't need any experience. Right here at the Teller Room, RiverBender Community Center, iMerge, whatever we know it as, it's right here at 200 West 3rd Street, 2 hours long, 12 and up. If you are somebody that's sending, someone under 18, you're more than welcome to attend. Yep. You aren't going to get charged a second ticket fee for that. And then anything else to talk about when it comes to the sessions, or are you going to play the forbidden song or whatever from Guitar Center, or
I'm not going to yell at you if you're playing Stairway or anything. There's 3 riffs that every guitar player learns, and that's not going to be part of the curriculum. But I might teach you if you ask nicely.
There you go. Well, always great talking to you, man.
Hey, thanks a lot, CJ.
9:40 on the nose. We'll take a quick break, chat it up a little bit more on this Wednesday morning. Come back, talk with Lacy, talk with Mustache March for PD in the 10 o'clock hour. You stay there, and I'll be hanging out with you.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu. When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
9:43 Daily Show. That's really cool. I'm hoping that the Total Beginner's Guide to Guitar, I hope that goes well for Will and all of you that are interested about that. Great opportunity there from really someone that knows what they're doing. Hey, here's your news brief before we talk to Lacy McDonald and all that 10 o'clock hour fun. Couple of things trickling on in this morning. State Rep Amy Ellick's office will be hosting mobile office hours in Namioki Township Monday, March the 9th to meet constituents who need help with issues concerning a state of Illinois agency. Rep Ellick's staff will be available to meet with constituents from 1 to 2:30 at the Namioki Township building located at 4250 Highway 162. That's in Granite City. On top of that, we do have the hours for you. They're open to the public. Appointments are encouraged. They're not required. However, scheduled meetings, they'll take place in the order in which they are received. To schedule a meeting, you can call the district office at 618-433-8046. In Jerseyville, Dalton Brown has this story for us. City officials have laid the groundwork for this year's Farmers and Artisans Market. At their March the 3rd meeting, City Council members unanimously approved a rental agreement with the JCBA to use City Center Plaza for the Farmers and Artisans Market. This year's market will be held every Tuesday from June 2nd to September 1st from 4 to 7, excluding July 14th, to accommodate the Jersey County Fair Parade. City Center Plaza is located at 403 North State Street between Dairy Queen and Germania Brewhouse. Vendor registration forms for the 2026 season are coming soon to the JCBA website. That is linked on RiverBender.com. You can also find more information out about the upcoming Jerseyville Farmers and Artisans Market at RiverBender.com/news. You can click on it. That article will take you right to that link. The Sierra Club will host a series of speaker series event on Tuesday. I do get paid. March the 10th at Old Bakery Beer Company. In Alton, it's focused on how Illinois' Clean and Reliable Grid Affordability Act could affect utility bills. The event's scheduled for 6:30 p.m. at Old Bakery Beer Company. The theme for this year's event is Clean and Reliable Grid Affordability Act and the impact on utility bills. The announcement said Governor J.B. Pritzker signed the Clean and Reliable Grid Affordability Act into law January the 8th. It described the measure as Illinois' initial response to rising energy costs and dramatically increasing demand for electricity, adding it was, quote, designed to protect our wins for the CEJA as we see the rapid deployment of data centers across the state, end quote. Scott Allen of Citizens Utility Board will speak about the, quote, law's most important provisions and how they will benefit utility ratepayers when they take effect later this year, end quote. That's what the announcement said. We'll keep you updated on that at RiverBender.com/news. That's where you can also find more details on how you can attend. Finally, in our news brief at 9:46, students at Edwardsville Elementary Schools had a special visit from new children's book author, but for Hamill Elementary School Principal Matt Sedaris, the experience was a reunion with an old friend. On Thursday, author Zach Von Zonk read his book, EIUFO, Old McDonald Had a Farm, to Hamill students, encouraging them to sing along to a familiar song with an extraterrestrial twist, but his bigger message urged students to follow their dreams. Both Sidorius and Von Zonk are proud they could encourage students through their own friendship and professional successes. So, as for the author, as he and his wife struggled to start a family, Von Zonk's love of kids led him to a conference for children's book writers and illustrators where he met an editor with Chronicle Books. Over the next 5 years, he fine-tuned EIUFO, Old McDonald Had a Farm, and published it through them in March of last year. Since then, the book received critical acclaim. Illinois Reads, which promotes literacy across different age groups, named the story one of its 2026 Books of the Year. Slinging a guitar and singing sporadic rhymes with the kids at Hamel Von Zonk hope the book inspired kids to beam your dreams and work hard towards your goals. He has gone to write several more stories for his son, and he hopes to publish more in the future. Sedarius, the principal, was pleased to see the lesson resonate with the students. He pointed out that several students are authors through Madison County's Young Author Program and wants them to continue to find success. The fact that Von Zonk's lessons come with a love for literacy is the best part for the educator. You can find out more details on this and a gallery at RiverBender.com/news. Sydney Sink's doing a great job with it. At 9:48, we'll take a quick break. I found some stories that you just won't believe, and I got to share them with you next.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space.
Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu. When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Daily Show 953. Welcome back. Hey, let me tell you about this. So, a Massachusetts couple who were subjected to threats and bizarre anonymous deliveries including live insect, a funeral wreath, and a bloody pig mask by former eBay Incorporated employees. They reached a settlement Wednesday with the company. Let me repeat that, just in case you got caught off guard like I did when I read this morning. They were subjected to threats and bizarre anonymous deliveries. Their deliveries that they got sent, live insects, funeral wreaths, and a bloody pig mask by former eBay Incorporated employees. This is incredible. In a 2021 lawsuit filed in Boston federal court, David and Ina said the company engaged in a conspiracy theory to, quote, intimidate, threaten to kill, torture, terrorize, stalk, and silence them in order to, quote, end quote, in order to, quote, stifle their reporting on eBay Inc., end quote. The Natick residents who run E-Commerce Bites, an online newsletter focused on the e-commerce industry, said they were subjected to cyber stalking, death threats, and in-person surveillance by former eBay workers. Wow. What were they getting ready to uncover? That's incredible. For eBay? The terms of the settlement were not disclosed. Boston U.S. District Judge Patty Saris dismissed the case Wednesday after the parties settled though the order allows either side to reopen it within 60 days if that agreement is not finalized. Wow, listen to this story. An eBay spokesperson referred to the order for comment and said the company had nothing further to add. When the suit was filed, the company said the misconduct of these former employees was wrong, and it, quote, said it would do what is right and fair to try and address what the Steiners went through. So they acknowledge it. In 2020, federal prosecutors charged 7 former employees from eBay, alleging they carried out a coordinated harassment campaign against the couple who, after becoming angered by coverage in the couple's online newsletter. Most of the defendants pled guilty to charges including conspiracy and cyberstalking and later sentenced to prison terms or home confinement. In 2024, eBay Incorporated agreed to pay $3 million in a criminal penalty under a deferred prosecution agreement with federal authorities. Federal prosecutors said the harassment included anonymous deliveries. They had live cockroaches and spiders sent to their house, a funeral wreath, and a bloody pig mask like I identified earlier. The employees also sent nasty magazines with the husband's name on them to a neighbor's home and planned a break-in to the couple's garage to install a GPS device. What were they reporting on? Wow. There you go. That's the story I heard about and just had to fill you in on. But they have 60 days to come to the... I wonder if we're ever going to know what the reporting was about. Or is that a part of the agreement? I don't know. You know, it's 9:57, and part of every agreement made with Precision Point Armory is all about safety and knowledge, and it's done right. You know, at Precision Point Armory, it's all about really meeting you where you're at with your firearm needs. That's what I'm learning more and more. Sydney, of all people, getting ready to go and learn from Ben and do a little bit of a blog and vlog with me, and we're going to have some fun showcasing really what Precision Point Armory is all about. It's where accuracy meets confidence, and at Precision Point Armory LLC, you can really be full of just ease, peace of mind, knowing that you're learning from somebody that's done this before, done it right, and has done it for 30 plus years and trains a variety of backgrounds. If you're somebody who is needing their concealed carry or you need to renew it, Ben's the one you talk to. Or if you're somebody who needs just some different services, maybe you need a tune up and fine tune on the range, maybe you need to really just get started with a knowledge course and some handgun fundamentals. You see it all here, from one-on-ones to specialty range training, family firearm safety sessions to a couple's date on the range. You got it all there at precisionpointarmory.net. You can find out more by going online today, precisionpointarmory.net, and don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. A couple's date at the range sounds pretty fun. I like it. Book your next session where accuracy meets confidence. We'll take a quick break. Top of the hour news, 10 o'clock here on a Wednesday. Next.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu. When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to
.10:02, top of the hour news. Here's what you need to know, what we're following around the Riverbend this morning. Download the RiverBender.com app today. You can also stay up to date by signing up for our daily email update. 72,000 strong. I think it's more than that, but, I digress. Here's what we're following around the Riverbend this 10 o'clock hour. We'll take you right to Carlisle first, where that investigation regarding the major case squad continues as they were activated yesterday morning, Tuesday, March the 3rd in Carlisle. After police conducted a welfare check and found a woman deceased at a home, Carlisle officers called in around 8:10 to a residence in the 2100th block of Fairfax Street in Clinton County. Authorities had said a 41-year-old woman was pronounced deceased at the scene. The squad was activated at about 10 a.m. at the request of the Carlisle Police Chief Herzing. Deputy Chief Scott Atmer is serving as deputy commander on this case, and 26 squad members are investigating. Anyone with information should call 618-594-2451 or Crime Stoppers. Also in the news today, Wood River Police Department has welcomed a new officer to its ranks. Joe Woodruff, sworn in as probationary police officer during the March 2nd Wood River City Council meeting. The city clerk, Danielle Sneed, administering the oath of office. Mayor Stalcup congratulated Woodruff and said he has full confidence he will be a great police officer for the city. The department later highlighted Woodruff's prior service as a telecommunicator and said he will begin police academy training in the coming weeks. After successfully completing the academy, Woodruff is expected to return for field training before going on patrol. More details and a profile available at RiverBender.com/news. On March the 4th, Maryville Mayor Wayne Wright helped celebrate National Chili Day by serving as a judge at Cambridge House in Maryville's Chili Cook-Off. The event featured 9 entries and described by employees as a lot of fun with plenty of food for both residents and staff. Cambridge House spokesperson Angie Hillis said the celebration was well received and praised Mayor White for his judging. Organizers called the cook-off a big success, highlighting strong participation and an atmosphere that was upbeat all throughout the day. The competition winner, Cambridge House cook, identified only as Aaron. Congratulations on winning the Chili Cook-Off. We'll take a look at local sports. The big story that all of you were watching yesterday on Facebook as it unfolded was Edwardsville beating Alton in overtime in the Rock Island sectional semifinal. The Redbirds, they erased a 16-point deficit to force that overtime, but they'd be outscored 7-6 in that decisive frame. Bradley Piros has the story for us. After both teams won the away game during the regular season on their season series, teams had some prior postseason bad blood as well. The Tigers and Redbirds, they were set to run it back in Rock Island during that sectional. Now, the game was moved by the IHSA to a closer neutral site, being Muscuda High School, and the estimated 1,200 or so fans in attendance, they got their money's worth in an overtime barn burner that led with Edwardsville prevailing 52-51. The Tigers are now 24-7 on the year and have won 10 straight as they head into the sectional and final. And Alton ends its season, or head into state, and Alton ends its season at 21-12. A great season though by the Redbirds, and the Tigers continuing the run. RiverBender.com, they'll have it covered for you every step of the way as the Tigers head into that sectional final. Let's take a look at weather. 47 degrees. It's rainy. It feels actually kind of like March out there. Wow, feels like 50. You know, today, just a period of rain and a thunderstorm, potentially. That should have cleared its way out by now. You might get a few raindrops. However, tonight, that's when the couple of showers come in, and that's when that chance of a heavy, heavy thunderstorm come in, too. Now, those storms can bring flooding downpours, damaging wind gusts, even some hail, and a chance of a tornado in parts of our coverage area. Remember, we cover more than just Alton. We're up in St. Clair County, down in Calhoun County, and all throughout it, and we reach it all. So in portions of our coverage area, there will be some spots where you might have to really stay up to date on this. Today, temperatures reach 57 degrees. I'll believe it when I see it. Drops down to 52 overnight as we head into Thursday. On Thursday, a high of 65, a low of 53. That rain is going to be in spots on Thursday morning. There's going to be chances of thunderstorms both Thursday morning and Thursday night. The afternoon should remain cloudy and just warm, but Thursday night, the chances of storms pick up. Now on Friday, this is where it gets interesting. On Friday, going to reach about 82 degrees. However, it's going to be a little deceiving out there. That wind is going to be strong, up to 20 miles an hour, and with that rain and moisture already in the air, it'll make the real feel right around the mid-60s. By Friday night, 58 degrees as we head into the evening. Thunderstorms, there'll be aplenty, a cloudy and breezy and drenching thunderstorms later on. Now, those thunderstorms can and will bring some flooding downpours in certain trouble areas. It could bring some hail and some damaging wind gusts as well. On Saturday, a high of 62, a low of 36, and then on Sunday, a high of 67, a low of 48 degrees, and that's a look at your next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. 47 degrees out there. It feels like 50. Our weather, powered by Michael Ryan Exteriors and Roofing Professionals. You know, with everything going on, I mean, we're in the middle of spring right now. I mean, I hate to say middle, but man, we kind of dove right in. We got thunderstorms hitting us. We got the whole kit and caboodle, and that's right after we just had snow on our front porch on Sunday. Welcome to Illinois and the weather that comes to the Midwest, and that's why you need a professional. You need somebody that's proven to have a great track record, respected throughout the region, and knows what they're doing, does it right, and does it better than anybody. Michael Ryan Exteriors. You know, roofing professionals that you can depend on. They can inspect, they can repair, they can recommend the next steps. If you got that wind gust coming in due to that thunderstorm, or all of a sudden you look up at your roof today and you go, man, that's looking a little rough out there, or you're seeing some spots in your siding, you name it, they'll take care of it for you. If something looks off outside, it could lead to some bigger problems, and let Michael Ryan Exteriors take care of you. You can go to RiverBender.com /weather. It will take you to an option to get a free quote today from them, and you can stay up to date with breaking news, notifications, weather alerts by downloading the app today. At 10:09, let me fill you in on my friends at Precision TMS. You know, this is where I really think it's so important each and every time we talk about it to dive right in and talk about TMS, how it can help you, and really why Precision is just really superior when it comes to this form of helping us help ourselves. You know, transcranial magnetic stimulation, TMS, it's a non-invasive procedure that uses magnetic fields to stimulate nerve cells in the brain to improve symptoms of depression. TMS typically used when other depression treatments just haven't been effective. If you're someone out there, and I get it, you know, you've taken, maybe you've taken a Zoloft, or, you know, you've been on some type of prescription medication, whether it's for depression, anxiety, OCD, you're taking something. And, you know, it's helping combat the symptoms, but you're really not feeling like you used to feel. You know what I'm saying? Where it just kind of numbs you out. And if you feel like you're kind of in that rut, maybe you feel like there's a new way to go about this. Maybe you feel like there's just more of life to live, and maybe it's just not working anymore. Give TMS a try. This is backed by major insurance providers, FDA cleared. And you know what I think is so great about this? It's not shock therapy. It's not Clockwork Orange style. You know, this is really where they are, you know, just using that magnetic stimulation, and you're in and out in about 15, 20 minutes on a normal session. Now, there's more advanced ways that you can do this, but typically you're driving yourself to your appointment. You're driving yourself back. And TMS really is just a non-invasive way to do it. No driver needed, and you're back at work right after lunch. You can go to precisiontms.org to learn how they can help you today. They have a heroes program, first responders out there. If you're a nurse, if you're a military vet, you name it, you know, you really, they really want you to help yourself. And that's what I think is great. The Heroes program, where they'll give you a discount on the treatment that you need. And what I think is also great is that if you're someone out there that really needs this and maybe money's just a little tight, they're willing to work with you, and they're willing to work with you every step of the way. We've heard just great testimonials from some of the patients so far, the clients of Precision, and it's just above and beyond work. You can find out more at precisiontms.org, and don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. Quick break. Daily Show continues right after this. RiverBender.com, Roku TV.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu. When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome back. Why is there a screwdriver on it?
It wasn't any of my business.
I feel like did I tell you? Did I ever tell you this story? I ever since I got cameras on my house, it all stopped. The weirdest damn things kept happening to my house.
Okay.
And it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was during the election for the local stuff, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. All I know is that there was a Halloween skull, like that you would get from Walgreens, like the little plastic ones,
right? And
it had a knife slit in its forehead, and it was on my yard one day, and it wasn't buried, you know. And then every other day or so, for 3 or 4 weeks, I would get in my car, and it would be my competitor's radio station going, or a competitor's radio station on, and I'm like, no, I don't do that. I don't listen, because I don't listen to radio. So I'm like, why is my radio even on? And I'm like, no, I had it on 550. I didn't have it on this.
That's
weirdest
so
stuff.
Creepy.
Yeah. So
I'm glad
anyway,
you have cameras now.
Yeah. I don't know how we got on that topic.
Screwdriver.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know. I might need to get a camera down here. Well, someone stole my darn couch. Did you see that? Well,
Out there?
Yeah. Remember I had a smaller couch?
Yeah.
I thought
I just
Pat
assumed,
took it.
yeah.
I thought Pat took it. I go, where's the couch? He goes, CJ, where's your couch at? And I go, I don't know. I thought you took it somewhere. Come to find out, they just decided it would. Whoever did it thought, let's put it in the back corner of this vault. I don't want to touch it anymore.
No, that's, yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
in. That was my rant. I've been waiting for this
I
one.
will not be sitting on that couch either.
This one's fine.
Okay, thank you.
I'm like, why are we moving? Like, there's
That's
only
weird.
one reason you would move a cat. Like, I'm sorry, but and if you have to go through so much effort to move, like, if that's the, why do it in the first place? Go home. Sorry.
100 years ago.
Maybe they were doing that in this building 100 years. This building's 100
Well,
years
you know what?
old.
I'm sure they were.
It was a bank.
And at vault, there's a vault, as you just mentioned. I mean, and they didn't have cameras back then. You could get away with a lot more stuff 100 years ago.
Yeah, but that's true. That is so true. You know, everyone thought that, Meemaw and Pawpaw were just, so sweet, innocent 90-year-old people, and little did you know, they were not doing keg stands. They were doing those on handles of Jack Daniels, and, life was fun. But my whole point is, like, it was just like, it's been weird lately. And so I came in, long story short, and I'm like, why the hell is there a screwdriver out on the desk? And I've been using it to draw. Like, I can write my name in the...
Found a purpose for it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, if you're going to get me a screwdriver out here, it might as well be the drink, Like, I don't want this.
This is not the screwdriver that I would prefer.
Unless someone's telling me to screw off or something, I don't know.
I feel like if you're having to read that much into it, maybe it's innocuous.
Oh. I don't know if that's the right size.
Yeah, I don't either.
Anyway, the St. Louis Auto Show.
St. Louis Auto Show. So I couldn't believe how long that had been going on, because 100 years ago in 1926 was the 19th annual auto show, which means that they'd been doing them since 1907? That's
Wow.
crazy. Like, how many cars would you have even had in 1907?
That was like, is that when they still had to crank the car, probably?
I feel like it had to have been.
Because they had the engine cranks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so, because they had just gotten, electric starters? Is that what it is, so that you didn't have to crank it anymore?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a car guy. I don't even act like I know anything about that
I should have
topic.
asked Jeff more questions before I came in and tried to talk about how cars work. But yeah, it was the 19th annual show. And so it was the first one at Union Market. And that is a building owned by the city of St. Louis. It's now on the National Register of Historic Places. But at the time, it had just been built. It was constructed in 1924 to 1925. So that was the first auto show there. And the one the year before had been at the 18th Street Garage. So it was a big deal to have it at Union Market, because Union Market was 4 stories. So the first floor was a literal market. Like, there were different stalls, and it was apparently very fancy. And I can't remember if this was the Telegraph or the St. Louis Star and Times, because I got articles from both. But I had a quote that it was occupied, the first floor was occupied by the most magnificently equipped market in the world, which, as we know, that's like saying the parade was the most well-attended event in Alton ever. Like, sometimes there's a little bit of hyperbole there.
A 45-minute standing ovation is what I receive every morning when this show starts.
Yeah, just like that. So I don't know if it was
publication,
in the world, but apparently a just beautiful market with lots of stalls, food, and I assume other things. And they kept that open during the auto show too, so that people could enjoy it. I'll record myself applauding for you, and you can put it on loop in the mornings if you want to, CJ.
No, it's. I just wanted to make sure people knew. Like, I do get the amount of ovation. That's part of the analytics. You know, newspapers were interesting. You know, I think it's so funny because we always hear the term like fake news now, you know, and all that fun stuff. But like back then, like go back as far as you want. History was really told by the person that won, you know?
Yes.
And it was I don't like our new phone system. There's no way I can turn that off.
Oh, that's annoying.
I don't know how to silence that.
Yeah. That's okay.
But what I'm saying is though, like I can't like you can't really, you know, not all the history is really told from both sides.
Right. Oh, 100%.
And so like when I think about like, and this is totally off subject, but like we were talking about, it's like we we were thinking, you know, just the other, like with the presidential elections of like the early 1800s, all the way up, like how they basically had paid off writers that just formed publications and, you know, like this. So like when we look back, like it might say, oh, this was there was 4,000 people there.
I would trust the numbers.
Would you trust the numbers?
I would trust the numbers. I wouldn't trust that because I think that they had this sort of language of like, it was the most brilliant. But I think if they had numbers during this time period, because there's no real benefit to lying about that. I agree with you about fake news, but
my point is though it would be a marketing tool because like to me, I'm not just going to say it's a big crowd.
Well,
I'm going to say it's 2,200 people and get you out there the next year.
But I think the next year, that's too long of a wait.
You think so?
I think if it was like the next day.
That makes sense. See, that's what I was curious about because to me, I would always do the long game with it.
I think people don't think that far back a lot of the time.
That's
they wouldn't
true.
Be like, because they wouldn't remember those numbers.
That's
they would remember
true. That's
it was
very
big,
true.
but they wouldn't be like,
true.
you know, it's 22,000 people, so I'm definitely going to show
That's
up
a good
this
point.
time.
I like that.
That's what I think. But I will say this. So yeah, I think it was very much an exaggeration that it was the most beautiful market in the world. I think the numbers are probably as close as they could get. I mean, they can't do it exact. They can figure out how many people could fit in a space. But they're not going to have like door counters the way that we would now. At least not like automatic door counters. However, I agree with you about the fake news thing, but I think we did kind of have this still biased, still only telling certain, perspectives, but we did have a time period where there was more nonpartisan neutral news in the 1900s.
Well, I could see that.
To pretty recently because yes, you had the like paid newspaper stuff you were talking about. And then now we have very separate news sources.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Because that's what I would say. And really though, like the thing with like the president, like FDR controlled that press pool. If they wanted to at any time, they could have truly shown what the president's state was.
That's true.
And so that's what I'm going with it. Where I'm not saying it's for the necessary bad. It's just, is it actually true? Were they being 1,000% transparent? And if not, is that really were they really doing the mission of what their job was detailed?
That's a really good point. And I think yes, I think that's
what I thought about the other day. It's like such a very fascinating thought because it's obviously not good to show a president, you know, at the time I'm sure in their head, you know, totally listen to that because it's respectful and makes sense.
Yeah.
But like just for this point, like what if the people did know? Would he have been a 4-term president?
That's a good question.
What would the war have looked like? You know, like if Dewey won.
Right.
You know?
Well, and I mean that's true too. Of like if it's for the. Well, I don't know. We don't have to go down the rabbit hole. It's just a thought that I had. I was thinking more like it used to be that everybody watched the same nightly news. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, no. I get what you're saying there.
Like we were getting this, even if we interpreted it in different ways, we were getting a similar news report versus now you often listen to what you think is the truth. The truth.
Yeah, I like that. Rounded it back nice. So back to your story that I haven't even talked about yet. Sorry about that. So it was where was this held? Union Market?
Yes, Union Market in St. Louis.
And so what building is it still there?
It's still there. Yeah. It's I don't know what it is now. It's still owned by the city of St. Louis.
Okay.
It's still known as Union Market. It's on the Register of Historic Places. So originally it was a market on the bottom, and then I don't think I said this, the top 3 floors were parking garage. Because they needed it all of a sudden. That makes sense. So that's why they built it. So from what I could tell, it's always been a government building from the very beginning. So I think it was built because they had more cars downtown than, ever before.
Yeah.
And so they needed more public parking space. And then it has just, it's, I don't know if it's just parking anymore, but it does still exist. You can still see it.
Interesting. And what I think is fascinating, I mean, they spent a mint on this
Oh,
darn
they sure
show.
did.
$330, or you put it in there, $363,000 in today's money to put this on.
Yeah.
And now, it's so fascinating though, because, you described what was on display, but 2 great glass-lined thermos bottle milk trucks were also on display. I guess that was like the big deal at the time, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they made sure to mention that. I think it's in both. Yeah, it's in the ad, and it was also in the article.
Wow.
And so I assume it was to show dairies what some options were for the top of the line milk transportation of the time. Probably related to the pasteurization and other things we've been talking about recently of what was going on then. You would need new technology to transport milk because they'd worked really hard to make sure it was safe at the dairy. So then you want to make sure that it's being transported in a safe manner as well. So that's my guess as to why they really emphasized that. But yeah, one of the things that is kind of shocking to me is how many different kinds of cars were available then. There were way more makes of automobiles. So I saw a couple of different numbers, 40 to 50. And there are all these cars that we don't have anymore. So Star and Gray and Duesenberg no longer exist.
Yeah.
And if you go to the auto show now, because the St. Louis Auto Show does still exist, I looked it up and I think there were 20 makers instead of 40 to 50.
Wow.
So it's kind of interesting to look at the difference. Way more people obviously have cars now, but there are fewer options in terms of the make and model.
Yeah. Well, and that's why because that's what I was typing in, and then all of a sudden it's boom, boom, boom. It's so fascinating because there was hundreds of independent car manufacturers.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And then as you were talking, I kind of did just a little bit of I kind of had an idea of why, because the Great Depression, and you had mass production that really came into play, and the properties of B. But really, a combination of the perfect storm. Plus, you had the band of really 8 that stuck together in a way that still were competitors, but kind of like the old monopolies of oil and the powers that be wrote it out, and it was just interesting how that really went from here to boom.
Well, and even recently,
we
we've
don't
lost
even
a lot
know,
of car brands.
We don't even know what a Plymouth is anymore.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or the Grand Marquis, or not a Grand Marquis. What was the one that was the Ford Explorer? Remember that? But it wasn't.
Man. Yeah.
It was but you know what I'm saying? All these things that even from our generation that are completely gone, that probably are never going to be heard of again, and are, never even thought of again too.
Right. Your childhood car is going to be in a car museum somewhere, and that'll be the only place you can see it.
What was the takeaway, I guess, from this?
Just how excited people were.
So were they really? They
yeah.
were. That's what I think was my biggest question, because I read the article, I skimmed it, not read it earlier today, and that's what my thought was. Were people around here going man, this is great that we're seeing this happen in front of us, or is it kind of still the old school way of it's a fad type of thing?
I think it was exciting because they.
Do you get what I'm saying by that? Does that sound stupid for me to say? I mean, now that I say it,
so.
Because I get that we're in the 20s now and it's not 1906 and cars are been established, but to me there's still those people that would be like me going, oh, that'll be over with in a couple of more years, or TV, everyone, oh, that's a fad and will die out.
I don't think that by 26 they were thinking that cars were going to be fad, because we've got the automobile associations and they're working on the roads and they're starting to introduce
So like
lights.
it was people just had to deal with it at that point.
I think
yeah.
so.
That's what I was curious
think
about.
so.
I didn't know where we were in the world yet, where people, because I didn't know like if we were up to date yet or we were still kind of catching up.
You know what was funny? There were a couple of things that I read where I couldn't tell if it was real or if it was like a funny thing that they were putting in that was like a joke that people would understand at the time, but that I just didn't understand. So I had to be really careful about what there was.
That's for the interview. I'm not in trouble.
Oh, no. I'm trying to remember this because I wrote it a week and a half ago, but it was called like, they were like, and one of the cars is a honeymoon special that has seats that fold down and a place to put your champagne. And I was like, I don't think that's a real car, but I don't know. So like there were little like funny descriptions of cars where I didn't know if it was real or not because I'm not in 1926.
Very fast.
But I don't think.
I like this one. This was a fun one. And we got to go down a rabbit hole to start off the...
Well, yeah, we did. Well, and it kind of goes full circle with the honeymoon special car. And then also, they made it super fancy. They like put drapes and electric lights and stuff. So it was like, it was an event. Like I think you would dress up and go to this. Because there were fancy cars. Yeah.
What's on the agenda for you this weekend, Lacey?
God. For my next article?
Well, just you in general. We'll talk about the article last. Anything fun planned?
No. I hope how's the weather supposed to be? Is it going to be bad?
If you define bad as rainy in Seattle, yes.
So this is the time of year where I am like counting down until April 1st because that's when the Nature Institute trails open.
I thought you had a good joke.
Oh, no. And yeah, it's like, it's April Fool's Day, but no, for me, it's the TNI trails. This is like opening season, like opening baseball season for everybody else is like trails opening season for me. So I'm like, if it's nice weather, I start to get antsy.
I like it. What's your article on?
It's really sad.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this,
What's
but
on? Hit me with it.
Okay. You know those bear cubs that were at the filling station?
Yeah.
I found out what happened to them.
Oh my God.
They both died. That's the article. I was trying to find something to write about for this week, and I was looking through the newspaper, and then I found an article about one of them dying, which I looked for these when I was doing the
Sarah
original
McLaughlin
article.
was pissed.
I know. It was so bad. It was horrible. And I read it, and I was like...
It's not, but, in the arms of the angel can only do so much. That wasn't even invented by then.
No, but, I mean, it was the same sort of, like, don't keep a bear cub at a filling station.
Who would allow this to happen?
Well, now you wouldn't be able to,
Wow.
which is good that we have laws. But it was... it was devastating. It was very, very sad. And I decided if I was going to be very, very sad, then everybody else had to be very sad too. Sorry.
That a way to do it, Lacey.
Well, also, I mean, I did wonder at the time, and I'm sure other people did too, I think, what happened to the bear cubs. And so I figured I would tell everybody. But it's a sad article. You might want to skip this one.
We won't, though.
I mean, we're going to talk about it, and I wrote it, but it's sad.
It is sad. Lacey, thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome.
Quick break. We'll come back with more show next.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Welcome back. Oh, I gotta get that lower third off. I do that to you every time, Wes. Daily Show. It's 10:40 on this Wednesday morning, and we are right around the corner. We are 23 days away, to be exact, from Back the Blue, the Mustache March for PD, the big night. And, you know, it's really been great to see the support that's been given to regional police departments and really just the community that y'all bring together throughout this event. We're a couple of weeks away. Is it the calm before the storm, or are we in the storm now?
We'd like to call it crunch time.
Okay.
It is crunch time. I feel like we just had our first meeting, and it was like, oh, yeah, it's not till the end of March, and now it's March, so it will go fast.
Well, and, you know, take me through this. We got Tina Bennett, we got Officer Averbeck, and we got Detective Christner still.
Deputy Chief
Christner still. That's right. Dang it, now I'm in big trouble.
Who cares?
I'll give him Dan Brannon's license plate number. we got Wes back over there, too. And, you know, Mustache March for PD has really grown to be such a great organization. And, you know, Tina, take me through the years of evolution, if you could, and how this event's grown and really the support that the group's been able to provide.
Well, it still amazes me that we have gone from the small little event to a pretty big event. We've jumped from making maybe about $20,000 a year to about making close to $80,000 a year. It is incredible. But that just shows how the police are still supported around this community, and our other local 15 other communities, they get a lot of support. So,
well, and just last year, can you take us through those contributions that you were able to make to those regional offices?
Oh, some of the things that we were able to donate. A lot of updates on their computers and handheld radios that one department had to share. They needed a couple new ones because they were doing handoffs at shift change.
Wow.
We were able to get a department new lockers. Never had lockers before. And so
awesome.
Now they can hang their coats in a locker instead of on a hook. So spike strips. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Yes. So a lot of interesting different things. Some of the communities work with their youth academies, so they, sponsor different kids to do youth camps during the summer. So it's just a wide variety of different items.
Well, and you guys see this on your screen now. That's the event page for this. You can go to Mustache March 4PD and click on that Buy Tickets Now tab. It'll take you right here. As you see, we're just a couple of weeks away. And Glendale Riders are going to be there, which is just fantastic.
Yes,
they play
they
great
are.
music. But, from the the police side of things, it's got to be great to see the community support. And, the department has, had a lot to experience, lately. And,
Right.
and, from your guys' perspectives, what's it like to really be able to just come together and just recognize, how crucial your guys' roles are and the support it takes to really provide that best type of service?
Well, they're extremely encouraging, Wes and Tina and all the other members of the organization. They definitely do a lot for us. They partner with us for our trunk or treat and are involved in that stuff. They've donated to our department for our canine fund. They've donated to our gym equipment. We went last year to the Memorial Week, which was a outstanding event. So their encouragement constantly is it's uplifting, especially when you've been doing law enforcement for a while. I'm in my 21st year, so seeing the community support is just a huge uplifting event.
Well, and you've been a part of it from, it seems like all aspects of the community too, Deputy Chief Fristner, because of the school,
Yes.
background and the work that you did, outside of it.
Yes.
So it's really got to be great to see all those components of the community come together for this too.
Yeah, because when they're in the patrol division, they're handling calls
Yeah.
for service. It's not always great interactions, but when you have these interactions and you see the people that don't call us daily for stuff, that they support us, and it's just the encouragement that they give us when we see them out and about and have conversations with them. Even just those things even encourage us to continue doing what we're doing. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Officer Everbeck, what are your thoughts on this night and the community in general?
Yeah, it's great because when we're out answering calls for service, I've only worked patrol. I've been in the patrol division my whole career right now. And you're dealing with people's worst day. They need your help for something. There's some sort of crisis, some sort of issue going on that you're trying to solve for them. And it's easy to lose sight of the entire community instead of seeing the community as a portion. And it's a great reminder and a great uplifter to go back to that reality. I was born and raised here. This is my hometown. So it's great to be reminded of what the community is like as a whole instead of small sections of it or the small sections you get to see every day. Because it's easy to forget about sometimes. And so it's great. It's great to see it, great to talk to people, great to talk about the job and have some transparency in what law enforcement really does and what the process is on behind the scenes that most people don't get to see.
Well, on top of that too, and when we see stats, like 31,000, calls for service that you guys are, going out to, and we can look at the breakdown, but I mean, busy is an understatement, and it shows really the need to, not only support the local police departments, but also to do things like, these nights to raise additional funds and really go above and beyond to recognize those contributions. And, Wes, you've been on the show a few times now, and we've talked about this event and other, give back days that Mustache March does. Fill me in, as we're a couple of weeks out, where you're at, as we head into the big day.
Man, like Tina said, I'm still amazed at what we've grown into and what potential we have to grow. But we can't do that without help from the community and the donations and sponsors and all the stuff. So we're still looking for those. Can't wait to get the Glendale Riders back this year. Event should be sold out. So if you're going to buy tickets, you got to get them now. But I think one thing I look forward to every year is this trip to DC for Police Week that we raised the money for. I think last year we had 40 total people in our group that got to go see how much the law enforcement community is respected and how thankful people are that that they do what they do. You don't usually see that on a local level like you do when you're out there nationally. So be able to reward these guys for being good officers and being nominated by their chiefs to go out there, and so that's coming up. So if you have any questions, please contact one of us. We'd love to talk to you about donations and sponsorships.
Absolutely, and you can go to Mustache March for PD now, and you can find that. We'll link that in a RiverBender.com article. It'll take you. There's a couple of different options. This is the sponsorship for the event this year. I mean, go ahead. I think you just hit the quantity 10 on the chief sponsorship, and we make this a really good night.
Let's go for it.
Yes.
And now, tax deductible donations.
Oh yes, absolutely.
There you
Absolutely.
go. Uncle Sam will love it too.
Yes. Yes.
It's it's 10:48. A little bit of change. We'll take a quick break. I got to pay one more bill of the Wednesday. We'll come back, chat it up with the guys a little bit more, and Tina, of course, and we'll talk more about Mustache March for PD, and make sure that we can all get out there and support just such a great cause. More next.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
It's that simple. MustacheMarchForPD.com. Click on the Buy Tickets tab. It takes you there. Or you can donate year-round by just going to MustacheMarchForPD.com, clicking on the Donate Now tab. You can do monthly. Those are the best. If you can get some micro donors at $50 a month or $100 and really keep it going throughout the year, it's just a great night. We're going to get together in just a few short weeks for the Back the Blue Night, the 9th annual, which features the Glendale Riders. 23 days out, March the 27th. It starts at 7, doors at 6 at Bluff City Grill. That's a great facility. You got a lot of space up there, and they do a good job. Do they do the food for you guys, too?
We keep it limited just to appetizers and snacks, but yes, they do a great job. And then we sometimes get local restaurants to donate some appetizers as well. So
really cool.
It is.
Well, we were talking before we went off the air, for break, just some of the different work that's done and some of the different events that we go to. And Officer Everett, you had a chance to go last year to D.C., and if it's okay, can you take me through that experience? Because, it's been a interesting, it seems like, a year or two to say the least.
Yeah, it's been a busy year. Obviously, as most people know, I was K9 Odin's handler, who was unfortunately killed in the line of duty. So we were able to go out to D.C., It was actually so kind. Mustache March and my department were able to assist, and they sent me and my significant other out actually a day early for the K9 Memorial.
Wow.
Because the K9 Memorial is on the first day, so everybody else is getting in, like kind of as the memorial is getting started that afternoon. So they sent us out a day early for that. So I was able to go out and see the memorial wall with all the thousands of names of fallen officers in the line of duty, the K9s that were fallen in the line of duty. It's an incredibly emotional and kind of heavy trip, and it can be a lot to take in. But it's a stark reminder when you're seeing the names on the wall and you know what you can do every day. It doesn't always hit as hard because I know when I put the uniform on what can happen. But when you see families out there grieving for their loved ones that had been killed that year, it's hard and it's heavy, and it weighs, and it takes months for it to actually like set in. Because I remember coming home and it was like a whirlwind of things to do. But then as time gone on and back to work, like it kind of settles in what you witnessed while you were out there.
Did it help you going out there in any way with the experience you went through?
Yeah, like obviously the situation was horrible, but when you go out there and meet other handlers who have been through very similar experiences, it helps to talk about it and get through that grieving process and get back to work. Every single person that was out there was still working, wearing this uniform, and it just reminds you of why you want to put it on every day, no matter what can happen, and what we want to do to keep our community safe. So it was great for the healing process and getting to talk to other people that have been through the exact same thing.
Absolutely. And seriously, thank you for what you do for the community and going into that Deputy Chief Christner. It's your officers from across the board really it seem like have that same passion. And, from your position now, what's it like? Because from all different aspects, we always talk about, and especially we're guilty of it in local news, the violent crimes and those things that, make the headlines, but we don't talk about the de-escalations and, the individuals that are in crisis that you and the department have really worked hard on to, really help combat. Right. Take me through some of the work that you guys have been able to do and just the passion that you see across the board.
Yeah, I think all of our patrol officers are extremely professional, and they go above and beyond trying to be compassionate and treat people the way that they want their family treated, and they handle those calls with dignity and try and do it with respect. And, when you deal with diverse issues, whether it's domestic issues or shootings or whatever it may be, they're exposed to a lot. So just to keep their composure day in and day out, and like, we have a handful that grew up in this area, and they take an extra interest in the community and vested interest because they grew up here and they want it to thrive just like the rest of us do. But there's just their professionalism day in and day out goes a long way. And the relationship building that a lot of these guys do, they'll come and volunteer with our Ballin' with a Cop, or, the SROs are involved in all kinds of community stuff. And so just all around, we've got a very solid group of officers. And we have a younger department. So these are the leaders for the next generation, too, at our department. So
Well, and I think that's where it ties back in really with, going into D.C. and having Mustache March and being able to provide, opportunities like that because, for all the good that's done in the department when you guys go through crisis like you went through, it's great to have the support there, and it just seems like, each and every time we unfortunately have to witness those or go through those situations, the community and the Mustache March are there to really rally and support, and that's why we need you Friday, March the 27th to get tickets to come on down, and we need you to sponsor. And really, you were showing me a portion. Can I see that book real quick? Is that okay?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
This is incredible.
It is a great book.
I don't know if anyone needs a sales job, but look at this. This is all local sponsors that come together, and these are just pages and pages, and then more sponsors. Yeah. What does that mean when you open this book up? Because to me, it's always great to see support, but when you see that many people that are saying this is needed, there's no bigger wind in the sail and kind of proverbial kick in the ass than that,
Sure.
What are your thoughts, Tina, heading into the event and just, that final call for sponsors, for tickets and all that good stuff?
Always very proud to see how many sponsors we have. That's a pretty rare thing. I had a cousin reach out to me from Chicago. She said, I've sat on boards, I've done fundraisers, I've done so many things. And after she looked at that book and saw how many local sponsors we received, and again, we have our committee members do a lot of the knocking on the doors. They make a lot of phone calls. They send a lot of emails from Grafton to Hartford. So there's a lot of our committee members out there right now throughout the community knocking on doors, asking for donations, and that's how they get in the book. So get your sponsor name in now so you can be in the book. The Be Like Blake Award that's out there right now is how we are able to send these officers. We're actually at a time, I had somebody not too long ago ask me, they were a younger person, who Blake was. And we're never going to let that pass. We will always let people know that our good friend and a fellow officer, even though he was in St. Louis County, doesn't matter. He was still part of the law enforcement community and our family. We will never let his name go away. So we're going to continue this as long as we can. Right, Wes?
That's for sure.
Well, and Wes, that's exactly how I wanted to wrap up with today. And we've spoke before about, some of the canned food drives and things that you do in honor of Blake because of just, the legacy that he, left behind. Take me through the Be Like Blake Award and just this side of the Mustache March for PD.
Mustache March, was all started, when we lost Blake, and we sat around a couple years and we came up with this idea that how can we honor officers who are more than just show up to work, get in your car, drive around, go home, like somebody who embodies what Blake was, not only a good officer, a good person, a dad, somebody who truly cared, it was more than just a job. So, being able to ask these chiefs, who in your department fits this mold, and then they give us these lists of names and little stories to go with each of them, and getting a chance to meet all these guys and women, and they fit the mold. And I think that's what people forget is these officers are people. They go home, they have wives, husbands, kids, their aunts, their uncles. They have a job that a lot of people won't do and can't do, and it's very high stress, very they see the worst all the time. So to be able to honor some of these officers and give them a trip that for most officers will say it's a once in a lifetime thing, all in the memory of Blake, even though we probably argued more than we laughed, to be able to carry his legacy on as long as we can. Hey, I'm here for it.
Absolutely. On top of donations and sponsorships, how can we help out and volunteer, collaborate with Mustache March going forward throughout 2026?
Great question. Always reach out. Again, I never really had to recruit committee members.
Right.
Most of them I just suggest, and they're like, I'm in. I have had people walk up to me at the event and say, I really would like to be a part of this group. What do I need to do? So not only is it a great group, the event again started as a way for the officers to have a good time together, celebrate each other, get to know each other. Had an officer not too long ago tell me, because people say, well, what do you do at the event? It's not a sit-down dinner. We offer appetizers. It's centered around the Glendale Riders and the dancing and just the camaraderie. But he said, yeah, it's kind of like a really fun wedding dance. And I thought that was kind of neat, just because those are parts. The best part of the wedding is the wedding dance. So come out and enjoy and meet some of the officers and meet us. And we'd love to share our story anytime anybody wants to listen.
Absolutely. Thank you all for stopping by.
Love it. Thank you.
We're out of time today. I will see you back here tomorrow live at 9 for more of our daily show. We got a good one for you. Until then, and it's not just because the officers are in here. My sign off now. Try your best to stay out of jail.